You know that moment when you're at the tire shop, and the guy behind the counter leans in and says, "Hey, want nitrogen in those tires? It's way better than regular air." And you're standing there thinking, is this like premium gas? Is this actually worth it? Or is someone just trying to squeeze an extra $50 out of me? Well, I've been wrenching on cars for over 15 years, and today, I'm pulling back the curtain on one of the most misunderstood upgrades in the automotive world. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Nitrogen-filled tires aren't some magical solution. But they're not complete snake oil either. The truth sits somewhere in the middle, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether you should spend your hard-earned cash on it or just walk away. Let me take you back to my shop last Tuesday. A customer rolls in with a brand new sedan, still has that new car smell. He paid $70 to fill all 4 tires with nitrogen at the dealership. Green valve caps and everything. First thing he asks me, "Did I make a mistake?" And I told him what I'm about to tell you. Here's what's actually happening inside your tire right now. Regular air, the stuff you pump in at any gas station, is about 78% nitrogen already. Yeah, you heard that right. 78%. The rest is mostly oxygen at 21%, with tiny amounts of water vapor, carbon dioxide, and other gases. So when a shop offers you pure nitrogen, they're really just removing that 21% oxygen and the moisture, then replacing it with more nitrogen to get you to 95% purity or higher. Now, why does that even matter? Let's talk about what makes nitrogen different. Nitrogen molecules are larger than oxygen molecules. Think of it like trying to push basketballs through a chain-link fence versus pushing golf balls through the same fence. The smaller oxygen molecules slip through the microscopic pores in your tire rubber more easily. Over time, this means tires filled with regular air lose pressure a bit faster. But here's the real kicker that most shops won't emphasize. The moisture content. When you fill your tires at a gas station with compressed air, that air often contains water vapor unless the compressor has a really good dryer system. And most don't. This moisture inside your tire expands and contracts dramatically with temperature changes. Hot day. Your pressure goes up. Cold morning. It drops. Pure nitrogen is completely dry, which means more stable pressure as temperatures change throughout the day and across seasons. I ran a real-world test in my own garage. 2 identical tires, same brand, same starting pressure, same car. One filled with regular air from a gas station compressor, one with pure nitrogen from a proper filling system. I checked them every week for 6 months through summer and winter. You know what I found? The nitrogen tire lost about 1 to 1.5 psi over 6 months. The regular air tire lost about 2.5 to 3 psi in the same period. Now that sounds like nitrogen wins, right? But here's the reality check. Whether you have nitrogen or regular air, you should be checking your tire pressure at least once a month anyway. It takes 2 minutes. The difference between losing 1 psi and 3 psi over 6 months means nothing if you're doing basic maintenance like you're supposed to. Let me show you where nitrogen actually matters and where it's just marketing hype. Race cars use nitrogen, and for good reason. When you're pushing a car to its absolute limit, tire pressure affects grip, handling, and lap times. A 1 psi difference can change how the car behaves in a corner at 150 miles per hour. NASCAR teams need that consistency and predictability. They can't have moisture in the tires causing pressure swings during a race. Fighter jets and commercial airplanes use nitrogen because they experience massive temperature changes. Your car might see a 50-degree temperature swing from night to morning. An airplane goes from ground level to 35,000 feet where it's 60 below zero. Regular air with moisture would create wild pressure fluctuations. Nitrogen keeps things stable and predictable. Heavy commercial trucks and buses benefit from nitrogen because these vehicles carry enormous loads and generate serious heat in their tires. The stability helps maintain proper pressure under extreme conditions over long hauls. But your daily driver, your commute car, the benefits shrink down to almost nothing for how most people actually use their vehicles. Let me break down the claims you'll hear at tire shops, and I'll give you the honest truth on each one. Claim number 1. Nitrogen prevents pressure loss. This is true, but the difference is small. If you're checking your pressure monthly like you should be, this advantage disappears completely. You'll top off your tires when needed regardless of what's inside them. Claim number 2. Nitrogen improves fuel economy. Here's the trick with this one. Properly inflated tires improve fuel economy. The gas inside doesn't matter. If you keep regular air-filled tires at the correct pressure, you'll get the exact same fuel economy as nitrogen-filled tires at the correct pressure. The magic isn't the nitrogen. It's the proper inflation. Don't let anyone tell you different. Claim number 3. Nitrogen keeps your tires cooler. This one's misleading. All gases heat up with friction and use. Nitrogen doesn't run cooler than air under normal driving conditions. What it does is maintain more consistent pressure when temperatures change because there's no moisture to expand and contract. Claim number 4. Nitrogen extends tire life. This is partially true but overblown. Nitrogen does eliminate moisture that could theoretically contribute to internal degradation over many years. But here's reality. Most people replace their tires because the tread wears out, not because of internal breakdown. You'll hit the wear bars long before internal oxidation becomes a problem, especially if you're rotating your tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles like you should. Claim number 5. Nitrogen prevents rim corrosion. In theory, removing moisture and oxygen reduces the chance of corrosion on aluminum or steel wheels. But modern wheels have protective coatings, and this is rarely an actual problem unless you live right on the ocean with constant salt exposure. Even then, proper tire maintenance matters more. Here's what they absolutely don't tell you at the sales counter, and this is critical. If you get nitrogen in your tires and later top them off with regular air, you're diluting the nitrogen percentage. Most gas stations and even many repair shops don't have nitrogen filling systems. So when your tire pressure drops and you need to add air, you'll probably use regular compressed air. After a few top-offs, your expensive nitrogen fill is now just slightly better than regular air. Unless you're committed to finding nitrogen fill stations every single time you need to adjust pressure, you're fighting a losing battle. And here's something that really bothers me as a mechanic. Some shops that advertise nitrogen fills don't even purge your tires properly. A proper nitrogen fill requires purging the tire 3 to 4 times to remove all the regular air, then filling with pure nitrogen to achieve 95% purity or higher. I've tested tires from customers who paid for nitrogen fills at quick change places. I use a nitrogen purity analyzer in my shop. Some of these tires tested at only 80 to 85% nitrogen. That's barely better than the 78% you get for free with regular air. They paid $30 to $75 for essentially nothing but green valve caps. So when does nitrogen actually make sense for regular drivers? If your tire purchase comes with free nitrogen filling, sure, take it. No reason not to. If you drive a high-performance car and do track days or spirited driving, nitrogen helps with consistency. If you live in an area with extreme temperature swings, say Arizona summers and mountain winters, the temperature stability might provide some benefit. If you own a vehicle that sits for long periods, like an RV or a classic car in storage, nitrogen can help maintain pressure while it's parked. If you're really bad about checking tire pressure and refuse to change that habit, nitrogen might buy you a little extra time before things get dangerous. But that's like putting a bandage on a broken leg. You should just check your pressure regularly. For everyone else, and that's most drivers, save your money. A typical nitrogen fill costs anywhere from $20 to $30 per tire at a dealership, though some tire shops charge $5 to $10 per tire. That's $40 to $120 that would be better spent elsewhere. Buy yourself a quality digital tire pressure gauge for $15 to $25. Grab a portable air compressor for your garage for $50 to $75. These tools will serve you far better than nitrogen ever will. Check your pressure once a month. Takes 2 minutes per tire. Add air when needed. This simple routine beats any fancy gas you can put inside your tires. Here's my honest mechanic's advice after 15 years of doing this work. The real secrets to tire longevity have nothing to do with what gas is inside. Rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. This ensures even wear and maximizes tread life. Maintain proper pressure according to the sticker on your driver's door jamb, not the maximum pressure stamped on the tire sidewall. Check your pressure when tires are cold, before you've driven more than a mile. Get your alignment checked if you notice uneven wear, pulling to one side, or after you hit a major pothole. Avoid potholes and road debris when you can. Inspect your tires regularly for cuts, bulges, or objects stuck in the tread. These basic maintenance steps matter infinitely more than whether you've got nitrogen or regular air inside. I've seen regular air-filled tires last 70 to 80,000 miles because the owner took care of them. Rotations on schedule, proper pressure, good alignment, careful driving. And I've seen nitrogen-filled tires need replacement at 35,000 miles because they were ignored, underinflated, never rotated, and driven hard. The nitrogen didn't save them. Good habits save tires. Neglect destroys them. You want to know the biggest factor in tire life? It's not nitrogen. It's you. Your driving style, your maintenance habits, your attention to detail. Aggressive acceleration, hard braking, and fast cornering wear tires faster than anything else. Keeping them properly inflated prevents uneven wear and blowouts. Rotating them regularly ensures all four wear evenly. None of this costs much money, but it requires a tiny bit of effort. So the absolute truth about nitrogen-filled tires? It's not a scam, but it's vastly oversold for everyday drivers. It's a minor upgrade that provides real benefits in specific high-demand situations like racing, aviation, and commercial trucking. For regular daily driving, the benefits are so small they're almost irrelevant if you practice basic tire maintenance. The tire industry keeps selling nitrogen because it's pure profit. There's just enough real science behind it to sound legitimate in a sales pitch. And honestly, it is legitimate. It's just not necessary for 95% of drivers out there. That's the part they leave out of the conversation when they're trying to upsell you. Don't feel bad if you've already paid for nitrogen. You didn't get scammed. You just paid for something you didn't really need. Like buying premium fuel for a car designed for regular. It won't hurt anything, but it won't help much either. Going forward, you know better now. If you found this helpful and want more straight-talk car advice without the marketing fluff, smash that like button right now. Share this video with anyone who's ever wondered whether nitrogen is worth it. Hit subscribe because I'm here every week with honest, real-world advice from someone who actually works on cars every single day, not just someone reading from a manufacturer's brochure. And drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. Seriously, I love seeing this community spread across different countries and continents. Tell me your country and whether nitrogen filling is common where you live. I'm curious how this marketing varies around the world. Now go check your tire pressure. I don't care if it's filled with nitrogen, regular air, or helium. Your tires don't care about the gas type. They care about having the right pressure for safe driving, good fuel economy, and long tread life. Grab that pressure gauge, spend 2 minutes checking all 4 tires, and you'll be doing more for your car than nitrogen ever could. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.